Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry there hasn't been a videos for a while, but real life's got in the way a little bit, and yeah. So today it's only going to be a fairly small video. I've got a friend's 1290 Superduke here, 2019 I think it is, and we've started doing a few bits and pieces to it, all cosmetic stuff. We put the bar end mirrors on the other day, a rectifier guard, etc. But I've got to put the radiator guard on and a tail tidy, and just sort of like looking around and that, it seems to be a couple of things that people seem to struggle with for some reason, and there's no need to, because with a basic toolkit, they're dead simple jobs. So yeah, this video is for the guys who struggle and end up paying somebody a lot of money to fit simple things. Both the buses are out and about. They've been going really well. Can't fault them. Happy as. So yeah, without further ado, let's play with the Superduke. So first job, let's do the radiator guard, nice and easy. It's an Evotech one, it's nicely made. I think they retail for about 67 or 70 pounds or something along those lines. Dead simple to fit. First job, turn it over, and then we've got these little individual foam strips which we fit up the sides there, and that just stops it clattering against the radiator and possibly causing any damage. So let's get these foam pads on first. Simple as that, that's one side done. There we go. Simple as that. So let's prepare the radiator to take it. Very few tools are needed. We need a T30. I don't know if you can see that or not. And a ratchet. And quite possibly an extension. So there's 4 Torx fittings we need to take out. One there, and 2 at the bottom of the radiator. So we'll get on and do that. They shouldn't be very tight, to be fair. Just give it a bit of a clean. Now we fit the guard. Let's just offer it up, make sure it's, I'm sure it will be, fits fine. Yep. What I'm going to do is just going to put a dab of thread lock, because we know how these KTMs like to vibrate. On this side, dab of thread lock. Make sure the lug for the guard is actually underneath the plastic of the side trim there. have a quick look, make sure you're happy with it. Yeah. There's no need to hang off these like a gorilla. Just nip them up. The thread locker stop them disappearing at a later date. And there we have it. It's that easy. That's a radiator that I fitted. So it looks good and protects that radiator. I believe the radiators are about £500 to buy a new one, and there's a waiting list. I think you have to wait a few weeks for it. So for the sake of £60 or £70, I think that's a wise investment. So there we go, that's the radiator guard done. It doesn't get any easier than that. Literally 4 bolts, some foam strips, job done. Took, what was that? I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, but if you asked the shop to do that, that'd be probably a minimum of half-hour labour, or some places it's actually a minimum of an hour labour. And you really don't want to be spending £50 or £60 on top of the price of the guard. So do it yourself, it's that easy. So let's have a look at this tail tidy. Again, it's an Evotech one. There's quite a bit in the box, but it's still quite straightforward, so let's get the box out. Okay, so there's the box. Some brackets, some tail piece. Going to be a new number plate now, the other half of that, actual number plate fitting, and the main bracket. So yeah, quite a few parts, but again straightforward, and let's get it done. Okay, first step, take the rear seat off. Okay, stage 2 is to disconnect the wires. Now we've got the 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, T30. When you do this last one, just support the actual the unit itself. Just in case it falls off. Then just slide it out. Take the wiring through the hole. There we go. That's the old one removed. So now we take it over to the workbench. Okay. First off, let's undo. So I think we're T20 now. Yep. So the T20 Torx bit. Right, so now we've got to undo the rest of these screws. So we've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want access to the wiring. What we're going to do disconnect these 3 connectors here. You can see. Okay, the next step is to take the indicators off the tidy. So 13mm. Now we just take the rest of this loom out. It should just be clipped in place. 1, 2, 3, and set that aside for use in a minute. Okay, so now we move on to the other half of the assembly, and we'll take off this number plate light. And while we're at it, we'll take the number plate off as well. To separate the light from the housing. Right, okay, so that's the old one disassembled, so now we can start to reassemble using the new parts. So the first thing to do is this box of bits. So the first thing to do is put the number plate light on. You'll see it can only fit one way. So if you try and fit it the wrong way, it won't fit. So see. So get that nicely in place. Then pop the 2 screws back in. Just remember not to over tighten. Okay. So we'll just set that to one side for now. And now we want the indicators. Okay. So take the right hand indicator. Let's make sure, hang on, let me just check this is the right one. Yep. So using the new parts, first thing we want to do is make sure you get that located around the right way. Feed the wire through, and if you've put it the right way, which I didn't, tit. That'll fit nicely. Then you take the boss, make sure the flat ends are out, these flats, and then that will screw up to the thread already on the indicator, which would be this thread. Give that a tweak, make sure it's sitting down right. these arms are, again, they're handed, so make sure we've got the right one. Yep. Feed the wire through, like so, and the indicator sit nice in there, like that. Right. And we'll use a little bit of thread lock on this. Using the M5 cap head. Like so, and then just route the wiring up through this channel. Something like that. Okay, so we do the same for the other side. So indicator. Okay, so the next step is just to feed this through. See, there's two pins there, which in a minute will locate into the two holes back there, like so. But before we do that, we need to mount the indicators. So just put that through for the time being. So we'll need those two. So we've got two pins to fit. Let's make sure I get the right one here. This one, yeah. So one pin there, one pin in that side. You see those, and then this is what we're going to screw the number plate black bracket to. So we're going to put that in there. Now what we need to do is. Okay, right, I'm going to try a slight change in camera angle. Get that wire in a bit better than that. There's not much room there for these wires, I tell you. I tell you. Let me lift it up a bit. So the two halves together. That's better. That's better. Okay. Next. Let's put this cap bolt in thing. we're getting somewhere. Give this bracket a little wiggle. Then we will put give that number plate light wire just a little tug, just to sort of pull it up. Let me zoom back out. So I'm just tugging this wire to get these in place, like so. Okay. And we need to fit these two screws to hold the light assembly on. A little dab of thread lock. Okay, finally. So just wipe off any excess overspill of the thread lock. So now we fit the mounting brackets. Where's the thread? Let's do these. And voila, that is ready to fit back to the bike. So that's the next job. Okay, so fitting is pretty much the same as the way it came off. So the first job is we need to feed these wires through this grommet. Slide the new bracket into place. then to refit the loom. Before we get too carried away, I just want to make sure that everything's working as it should. So let's give it a go. Okay, so what I've done for the time being, I've just cut the wires in there. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new loom up, a smaller loom, so I can fit the wire in nice and neat for him. But I don't want to hack apart the original loom, just in case for whatever reason he decides to go back to the normal tail. So it's a lot easier and cheaper for me to make a smaller loom. So all I need to do now, that's it. I think we can all agree that that looks a lot better than the original. That's pretty much it. So the next video for this one will be hopefully me out for the day on it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon.